Hi. I love your name. It's my daughter's name as well.
That's the second time I heard someone knew my name.
Yep. So do you have any questions to ask or story to tell us today?
I do.
Go ahead. Let's get started.
Okay. So I just moved to Colorado from Oregon, and I was working at a hemp farm, and I had come here to homestead, and we were in a place where my landlord tried to burn the house down, so I immediately had to leave and find a new place to go. At this point, it was property with just a barn, and I had an RV, but it needed some repairs, so I bought an old Army wall tent and put it inside. Long story short, the person I bought the RV from was a sex offender, denounced to me, and he had called in false allegations of neglect and abuse, which we've never met before. I was driving back from his house, and I was pulled over on the road right after leaving his house. They told me that my tags were bad, and then they said they had smelled cannabis in my car, and I explained that I worked for a farm, and they took my kids. They didn't tell me why. They didn't give me no reason or rhyme. I never talked to a CPS worker or anything priorly. They just took my kids. They said they're going to do 72-hour hold and that I would be getting a call from them after the 72 hours. And they brought my children to the sex offender's house, knowing that he was a sex offender. I didn't know, of course, any of it. And so the next day, they told me that they would be keeping my children, and yet again didn't tell me why. Then they said it was because my car smelled like cannabis. Then they said because they had reason to believe that there was neglect and abuse. And when I asked why, they wouldn't give me a reason. Now it's been 4 months. I've seen my children 3 times. They told me that it's because COVID, they don't have enough people to be able to do supervised visits. I have a 2-year-old and 2 teenagers. And finally, because they give me a court-appointed attorney, the attorney never disclosed the information. I never signed anything. Nothing's been agreed to. I know now that this is all contractual, and I haven't signed any contracts. It's gotten to the point where I don't know what to do, and I keep asking my attorney to help me with an affidavit of truth or a declaration of evidence, and she's denied to the point now she's saying that she's just going to drop me because she won't do anything. I asked for a motion to put in, and we pushed it through to her, and she sent it in, and then I had someone that's not the attorney. She's senior assistant country attorney. That's what she is, not the judge, and she denied the motion to have my children returned, saying that I haven't been following through with my case plan, which is not true. When I asked where I wasn't following through, she wouldn't return. My attorney told me she would not respond to me because she would only talk to my attorney. And I asked the caseworkers, they would not tell me how I'm not following through. They just ignored my question. And I asked also if there's no evidence of abuse or neglect, why are my children not being returned? I haven't gotten an answer. So I'm kind of at a standstill. In 4 months, I've been doing everything that's told and beyond, and I just don't know where I'm at with any of this.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you have a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Have you thought about contacting a private attorney in your area to get a free or a low-cost consultation?
I have, and my consultation, they wouldn't help me. They told me that it would be $3,000 to talk to me, and I just don't have that kind of money. I'm a single parent.
Well, there are some attorneys that will speak to you in an initial consultation for free or for $50 or $100, something like that. Have you found anybody that's willing to do that with you?
I've looked, and the cheapest I got, believing it was you guys, and it was $2,500. I never got my taxes from last year, any stimuluses. I've been writing off of my own income, and as farm work goes here, it's ended. So I am workless. I am now homeless. They told me I couldn't live on my property, so I'm trying to start over from scratch.
Okay. Economics is always an issue. But what I would do is, I don't know if you've heard Cynthia's story, But Cynthia's called over. How many attorneys did you call, Cynthia?
Over 50.
So I need you to let your fingers do the walking, Josie, and see if you can find someone that can give you a consultation for free, can like just review your paperwork and tell you, what needs to be done. Because a lot of your story, I'm a little confused by it because, I'm not licensed in Colorado, so I don't know for sure, but the general timeline of your case, it seems a little confusing. Like, maybe you don't have a full understanding of what's supposed to be going on. And that's what I think you need to know is the overall, um, I guess, map, the 30,000-foot view of what's going on so that you can figure out what would be best for you. But on another subject, do you have relatives or friends that could take your children or child while all of this is pending?
Well, see, the thing was, in the beginning, they asked if I had, and I told them all my relatives. Most of my relatives are in Oregon, and I had my dad here. What's that called? Caravan together. So we drove with each other up from Oregon, or over from Oregon, and they initially called him, and then he said, yes, I would love to have my grandkids. Of course, they're always welcome here. But when they went on to record, they said that he said no. And even though we've called and said, he said, yes, it's perjury. He never said that. They said, well, we deny him from being able to have them. But in the court records, it says that he said no. And he never did.
Well, where is he? Is he in Colorado or Oregon?
Yes, he's here in Colorado with me.
Okay, so he might need to get or talk to an attorney about having the court record straightened out. But one of the things that I do, here's kind of a secret strategy that I use. I have my clients make a list of 25 friends and relatives that live all over the world. And I email that to the social worker or the social worker's attorney, or my client does. And then they can't say, well, these people said no, or these people, we didn't know about these people.
Okay.
Is that something that you and your attorney and you and your father and his attorney, if he gets one, I think that you should talk about doing that.
Okay.
And then also he can write a letter to the social worker and possibly to the judge. I don't know the laws in Colorado, but to let everyone know that, hey, I said I want my grandchildren. I don't know where the social worker made the quote-unquote mistake and said I don't want my grandchildren. But you got to do this really fast because time is ticking on you. Right?
Yeah.
Time is ticking away. Hey, Josie,
Yep.
I want to thank you for calling and thank you for listening. If you want to talk to me some more, give me a call at 888-888-6582, 888-888-6582. That's my office number. Okay? Call us in a few weeks and give us an update. Hey, Cynthia, we're coming to the close of the show. I know I cut you off earlier. Just tell us briefly about CPS Attorney, what's it called? CPSAttorneyRolodex.com?
Yes, it is. And if you're an attorney or family member, you can both sign up there. For attorneys, we offer
2 minutes.
Advertising your services, and for families, we offer to help you connect with attorneys in your area.
If I'm a parent and I'm looking for an attorney in Bozeman, Montana, does it cost me anything to go on CPS Attorney Rolodex?
No, it doesn't, and it is free for parents, and it.
Okay, so it would be free for me, right? As a parent who is be looking for someone that can represent me. That sounds like a great service. Hey, I want to thank everybody for calling. I want to thank everybody for listening. Do me a favor, tell a friend about our show. Remember to register and to always vote, because if you want to change laws or change judges, the vote is the power that you have. Remember to register and to always vote, because if you want to change laws or change judges, the vote is the power that you have.